We left Petoskey in high spirits and headed for Traverse Bay. This was an interesting journey as we traveled westward to North Point and then due south down Grand Traverse Bay. There are many old and new lighthouses on the shore of the Great Lakes. We enjoyed looking at all of them as we passed. We chased and finally passed this Erickson 38 a few hours before we docked at Traverse City. The solo captain was dressed in full foul weather gear and appeared to be attached to the boat with a harness despite it being 80 degrees and relatively calm. You gotta love guys like this. The tall ship Manitou is a replica of an 1800s coasting cargo schooner similar to those that sailed the Great Lakes, and it is a common sight outside of Grand Traverse. We thoroughly enjoyed altering course to give them a wave and the toot on the horn. Yorksie was very impatient to get out and have her walkabout, as we had been underway for several hours.
You want to go for a walk with us? You want to go for a walk? Do you? Do you want to go for a walk? Is that a yes? Yeah, we're gonna go for a walk. You wanna come with us? We're gonna go walk around the marina. You wanna go walk around the marina? You wanna go with Darina and I to walk around the marina? Do you? Yorksie. Can you wait? Yorksie, listen to me. Be patient. Be patient. We have to comb our hair and look beautiful, okay? Oh, I know what you want. You wanna go for a walk, don't you? We will. Hey, quit your belly aching. Yorksie, look at me. Look, hey, look at me. Quit your belly aching, okay? You want a greenie while we wait? You want a greenie while we wait? Let's get you a greenie while we wait, huh? It is. Look. Here, you want a greenie? Want a greenie? There. That'll make the wait easier to bear, don't you think? Now there's a happy little dog.
The marina at Traverse City is very nice. The fairways are wide, the docks are wide and well maintained. Most of the vessels are clean and look like they receive a lot of attention. At the marina office is a wonderful place to work, a clean, beautiful laundry, and excellent bathrooms.
Look at this cleanest and clearest water. It's very pure. You can see all the way to the bottom. We found it in all the northern Michigan marinas.
The town itself is a larger version of what we found in Petoskey. There are fewer flowers, but considerably more shops. One of the first things that we did upon arriving was find a camera store because I needed a cold shoe adapter for the Canon camera to raise up the microphone so that the dead cat sock over the microphone didn't appear in the top of the frame. We found an excellent camera shop that was able to accommodate us. The next thing that we tried to do was acquire some muffins for breakfast the next day, so we went into this bakery.
Is it allowed to go with that?
I'm sorry?
Is it allowed to walk with that? Oh, okay.
We get booted from a lot of places, so that's why we're asking.
That's fair. If you guys would like your full drink menus up here.
We were looking for muffins for tomorrow. You got any
We
muffins?
are all out of muffins
You're
today.
out of muffins.
This is all we have left right now.
Is 6 cookies.
Yes, a lot of people were looking for muffins today.
Oh well.
Imagine that! A bakery with 6 cookies for sale. Both of us are very active and like healthy, simple food. Simple is tasty. We don't eat just to fill our stomachs.
We both prefer to eat as much raw, unprocessed food as possible. At home, we go grocery shopping once a week and spend most of our time in the produce department. Cooking or preparing simple meals while cruising is a lot more difficult than it sounds.
In Traverse City, close to the marina, we found a cheese shop, which was awesome, and we bought some nice cheese. But we can't live on cheese alone. We found a gourmet meat and seafood shop that has a great meat selection. The produce sections featured avocados for $4.79 each and $8 for a half-gallon of milk that was made with something fancy. The closest real grocery store was Meijer.
So my awesome idea was to rent overpriced bicycles at the beach and risk our lives riding in traffic to go to Meyer, and then stuff the big backpack with really heavy items so I could do my best imitation of a pack mule.
At the time, it sounded like a wonderful idea.
So off we went. I ride a mountain bike at home, and I can assure you that these bicycles were anything but.
I hadn't ridden a bike in a long time and really enjoyed it.
Dodging cars and bouncing over the roads we went. When we finally got to the store, Darina challenged me to a death-defying dash across 4 lanes of busy traffic. I resisted, but she just took off and got her way anyway.
In the store, I kept picking really heavy things, and Alan kept saying, "No, Darina, no."
Leaving Traverse City about 7 a.m., got underway 6:54. 75-mile passage to Frankfort, where we may or may not have a slip, but it's inside Betsy Lake, so we will definitely anchor out if we can't get a slip. It'd be nice to have a slip, but we don't need one.
I've been walking down the street like an alien. They say time will heal, but I don't have patience. You packed your things, now we begin the erasing. All the memories slowly start to fade, and the days move so slow. I know I gotta go, but I can't get anyway. 'Cause I'm still in love. My phone, I don't wanna face it.
We docked in Frankfurt just as the sun was going down, took showers and went to bed.
Good morning. Good morning. Are you having a nice passage? Oh, big stretch. The run from Frankfort to Luddington around Big Sable Point was a pleasant ride in moderate conditions. Arriving in Luddington, we found one of the most beautiful marine areas yet, and another charming Michigan town. Our first stop was at the House of Flavors, which was our vote for the best ice cream shop in Michigan. Our favorite dessert is carrot cake, and to our surprise, they had carrot cake ice cream.
It was so delicious. We walked around town and gawked at the buildings. The old cart house reminded us of our home near Howell.
The SS Badger is the last coal-fired steamship in operation in all of the United States. She is a beautiful sight to behold. She carries 600 people and up to 180 vehicles across Lake Michigan to Wisconsin. Arriving back at the marina, we found 2 live bands playing at opposite ends of the huge park.
If we do this again, we will start earlier and spend more time here.
In the morning, bright and early, we departed the marina and headed for Muskegon. It rained hard most of the day.
At times, it was a bit rough, but nothing as bad as what we encountered between Presque Island and Rogers City.
Indeed, but we definitely need to get off the Great Lakes by the end of September before it gets really bad. At one point, we encountered another vessel, and they hailed us on the radio to compliment us on our tenacity being out on such a rough day in such a small boat.
Despite pouring rain and heavy seas, inside our tiny house, we enjoyed a warm atmosphere of hot coffee and French vanilla cream while listening to Frank Sinatra. I amused myself filming the raindrops on the window.
We arrived in Muskegon Lake and made our way in the rain to Snug Harbor. It was a difficult anchorage. The first time the anchor failed to set and came up as a huge ball of weeds that Darina had to cut off. The second time we got it set, although it dragged slowly through the mud all night. In the morning, To our absolute horror, the house bank was dead, and the start bank had just enough power to start the generator. In the classic trifecta of challenges, the house battery bank charger decided to give it up just at that moment. Thus began the saga of the charging system, that, as you will see in the next episode, makes the valve cover gasket saga seem trivial by comparison. If you like what you see, please subscribe. It really helps us out, and it doesn't cost anything.
We really appreciate your attention and subscription.
So, Darina, how can people find out more about us online?
You can find us on our website page, here, on our Instagram page, here, and also on our Facebook page, here.
Once again, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to be reminded of new episodes when they come out, don't forget to ring that bell.
Thank you so much.